Nerd Takes.
Nerd Takes.
I'm John.
Justin here.
We got neighbor Dave and Brian back for another tasting of the Maker's Mark Cellar Age. This is the 2024 release. 2023 was the first one. We've got 2024. A little bit about this one. The aging our whiskey for over 10 years wasn't something we ever did. Not because we didn't believe in it, but because we hadn't found our way of doing it. Maker's Mark Cellar Age defines an older whiskey that's distinctly Maker's. By embracing both the unique impact that our warehouses and cellar maturation have on flavor, we've created an older expression that is richer and more complex whilst, they do use whilst, which I do appreciate, staying true to the founder's taste vision of bourbon without the bite. The 2024 release of Cellar Age is an artistic blend of 12 and 13-year-old barrels to achieve the taste vision for a brighter, fruitier, and more complex Maker's Mark. The age, as it says, it's actually 15% 12-year and 85% 13-year. The proof is 119.3, and it does the standard wheated mash bill of 70% corn, 16% soft red winter wheat, and 14% malted barley. And the MSRP is $180.
Look at those legs.
I'm pumped to try this. Man.
We are Maker's Mark's fans. We went to the distillery. We did the tour. I have my 2 dipped bottles at home, and actually, when we were there, they were releasing this. They actually asked. I still tell that story because we went to. That was the first distillery we went to. And they started the tour and they said, "Are you guys here for the festival?" And we said, "What festival?"
Yeah.
And it was the Kentucky Bourbon Festival was that weekend in Bardstown, and we had no clue. But as part of that, they were releasing. They released this, and I think Four Roses released their 2024 limited edition the same weekend.
Yeah.
But they were releasing the second version of the Cellar Aged. That I think that Saturday, and people were camping out at like 4:00 in the morning.
Yeah, we're like, why are hotel rooms 3 times more expensive than every other weekend? Oh well, let's just go anyway.
Right.
And
That's
what happened. So
yeah. So you guys have nosed it a little bit. What are you getting? I have some limited notes from the Maker's Mark website.
Well, so I'll start with the nose. So like it's weird because it's got like a mixture of sweetness, but then also like bitterness. I don't know if bitterness is the right word, but
I get sourness, like sourdough bread dough.
Okay.
Or sourdough, my sourdough starter.
Yeah,
the
sourdough starters.
yeah.
That's a great way to sum that up.
Yep.
I smell leather.
Mature.
Too. I got
Leather and
I got
definitely
a
leather.
lot of leather and vanilla.
Shoe
for
leather,
sure.
like the Lord and Taylor's shoe department.
That's a good pull.
Rich Corinthian leather.
Rich Corinthian
That's
leather.
totally true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost like shoe polish.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we got?
But citrus and peach and I mean certainly stone fruits are there, and ripe peaches, and I would actually like to pour some of this on some ripe peaches.
Good call on the peach. Yeah, I couldn't pick the fruit until you said it.
So Maker's Mark goes minimalist when it comes to their notes that are on their website, and it says caramelized sugar, citrus, and almond.
Okay, I can see the almond, almost a marzipan type of
Yeah.
thing going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Have you guys already tried it?
I have not.
Yeah.
No.
I just did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, so like it's actually a lot less sweet than I expected it to be. I expected it to be like a punch of sugar and caramel.
A typical like we usually when we text back and forth on what are we going to pour next. If we want something sweet, it's usually a Maker's Mark.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to a Maker's
for sure.
Pick or a cask or whatever, or even like a
because
French
they're
oak.
traditionally a little sweeter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not sweet. I mean it's a little sweet, but just like all bourbon is.
It's also
but
older than any Maker's we've ever had.
It's also amazingly smooth in the sense that like the high wheat content is cornerstone of Maker's mash bill, right? But it's difficult. Wheat usually is neutral, and it says, yeah, okay, we're going to make it smoother by adding more wheat in the mash bill. You said soft red winter wheat?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, which is good. It's relatively high in protein, so it's going to give off some more flavor, but it's amazing how the wheat is actually coming through over the
It really
corn.
dothat's
And
like
you're getting the wheat flavor.
My first sip, no, but my second sip, I totally got the wheat.
Yeah, and that's skill right there. I think I don't know how they do it, but wheat, to take something that's normally neutral and make it a pronounced characteristic is pretty impressive.
But it's got a really good mouthfeel. I think that it's pretty. It's got a lot of viscosity to it.
Yeah.
Like it feels like it's like coating my mouth more than ones we've maybe tried today or even recently.
Yeah.
Like it's just thick, you know?
Yeah. Well, I was going to comment on the legs, and I just put in a splash of water, and I'm not sure how, but the legs improved.
It still has them. Yeah, for sure.
You know, but even going the nose, if you get deep into it, you do get that hit of ethanol. But your first sip, then you don't get the alcohol burn. It's just the spices, and the water again has really opened up everything in here.
Taste wise, though, I'm not getting a ton of. I mean, I'm a little bit of sugar, I guess, a little bit of like vanilla, but I'm getting more like apples and pears and like just it's
I'm getting a creamy quality, like a creme brulee kind of thing. Not
Yeah.
sweet, but like the I think what you said about the viscosity and the mouth coating feel of it, but it is reminding me of the burnt sugar, the caramelized cream and the sugars that are in the milk is kind of coming across.
Yeah,
to me, creaminess. I don't know how, but
it's almost like it's somehow thick and viscous, but also light.
Yeah.
And like I hate to say minty, but like it's giving me my mouth feels refreshed.
You're refreshed.
Yeah.
We've talked about that before.
Which
but
happens
you
sometimes.
You don't need a nap.
It does
after
happen.
this, right?
No.
You know,
No,
and it's not.
I'm ready to fucking fight.
Well, and also it's like
wrestling.
It's a great mouthfeel. It's a good coating, but it's not like a sticky sweet candy coating. I'm getting all the flavors, but I don't feel the need to go back, and I don't feel like I need to take a drink of water to rinse my mouth out.
And the finish and you don't lose anything
No,
after adding water on the finish at all.
not at all.
No.
It was just a little bit of smoothness and a little bit of opening up that extra flavor profile, and yeah, this is a great bottle.
So I'll just mention taste and finish. These are notes from Maker's Mark. Shortbread, rich coconut, and bright spice.
Okay.
And then on the finish, dried dark fruit, toasted oak with a long mouth coating finish, which you pretty much said verbatim.
Yeah.
Yeah, the toasted coconut or the coconut, but I'm tasting like toasted coconut. It's definitely there. You know.
And maybe it was like you mentioned the richness. Maybe that was the shortbread that they.
Yeah, I definitely get the
right.
shortbread.
The buttery.
That's real dense.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, Brian, we'll start with you.
I'm gonna go Red 5 standing by. You know, only because like I'm afraid to go to Return of the Jedi.
You can do
I-
Jedi Luke if you want to.
I-
Give it the rating it deserves, man.
I
or whatever you think it deserves.
no, I'm probably 9.5 here. I think that's kind of where it's hitting me. I can't find
So
flaws with it.
Just badass Luke.
badass Luke. Yeah,
I would say 9.5 is prime Luke.
yeah,
It's his best in episode 4. It's his best in episode 6.
right.
Yep.
Prime Luke.
He's blown up the Death Star and he's gonna kick some ass as a Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prime Luke. I like that. I like
that's
that.
good.
That's
Prime.
a good one. We didn't have one for 9.5.
Yes.
So
Justin.
So I think that I'm going with Red 5. I think that if this was, I hate to say it's a $180 bottle, so I kind of expect it to be pretty good, but we've had some bottles that were 180, 200 that were not
But this
good.
this is
Not
a
good.
Maker's
We've
180.
we've discussed
Right.
them on this show.
Right. So I think that like I think me saying it's a 9, I think is speaks to how really good it is. Like Red 5, and I'm not going to say Prime Luke because I have had bottles that are better and or even the same quality and maybe a lower price point.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
But
yeah.
again, this is, I mean, if this was on the shelf for 180, I'd buy it in a fucking heartbeat. Not even for the reason that might be you can resell it or it's hard to find allocated. I would be like, this is a great bottle and I want to have it.
Right.
Do you think that what you've had that you like better is like that random one-off single barrel that it's like, holy shit.
You'll never
like
find
it's the
again.
unicorn single barrel.
Some of those.
Yeah.
I think it's a mix. I think it's a little bit of both, where like you can find that unicorn single barrel, because I still have two of them. The original, the dog,
Blue Note?
the Blue Note,
Yep.
the Dogwood, that 9-year.
Yeah.
I still have two of
Yeah.
those. Like that, like unique. Just you literally catch lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
But then also some of the other stuff, whether
Yeah.
it's a limited release or whether it's a Barrel King or something like that, where it's just a release. It's just something that you can find, but it just speaks to you. It could be an Elijah Craig Barrel Proof that just a great release that just hit that checked every single one of your
Right.
personal boxes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, red 5.
I'm going to go red 5 as well, just because I don't have the experience that you three have, and I want to leave myself some wiggle room. I mean, if I knew what I was really knew what I was talking about, yeah, it'd be Prime Luke. This is everything I look for in a good bottle of bourbon.
I actually think it represents a very good value too.
Yeah.
Considering what other bourbons
And yeah,
of this ilk
Yeah,
And-
especially
and
you're
as
talking
you
about
touched
really good
on,
value.
I would spend $180 on this bottle if I saw it on the shelf.
Right.
because you're
Because
talking
I
about
know now that I've sampled it, it's like this is, and I know my wife would love this as well. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Which sucks because then I lose my bourbon twice as fast.
that's the dangers of it. But yeah, you're talking about a limited release. It's they've done it twice, and it's from a very, very well known distillery, and it's
But they are
something that
doing
is
it
super
so
aged. That's
well.
older than anything they've ever done before. So they're just kind of trying it out. They're dipping their toes into that ultra exclusive, high aged
Yeah.
market, just like everybody else is doing. Like you've got Turkey put out the Russell's 15 now. They have the 13, now they're 15.
Let's go an extra 2
I've-
or 3 years.
I've
see where
heard
it
they're going to
takes
do
us.
that. I've
Right.
heard the 17 is next, and then they're going to keep going. And yeah, so for me, I will go 8.5. I'll go New Hope Luke. Still a
The
fantastic
voice of reason.
a fantastic score. It's a great pour. Again, I agree with all you guys. If I have the opportunity to get this one again, gonna do it because it's fantastic. But I held a little bit back because we kind of touched on it a little bit. Like I've had stuff that is better, that kind of speaks to me a little bit more for what I'm looking for, and yeah, but still a fantastic pour. Justin,
So I'm typically a little bit of a curmudgeon.
yes,
Frugal.
Frugal.
yeah,
Right? A curmudgeon, a frugal curmudgeon.
a frugal curmudgeon.
Not quite Ebenezer Scrooge, but close.
Pretty darn close.
He's like Scrooge No, not Scrooge McDuck. Just kidding.
Yeah. But see, this is funny, and Brian, you touched on this. I get everything with this. Like, I love the mint. I love the, it's. And Brian, you touched on this when you said 180 is worth it, and I literally wrote on my sheet, like, I'm price conscious. This is the best bang for the buck that I've seen in a while. I would gladly pay $180 for this. I want to have a bottle of this, so that's going to happen. I've never said this. It's a 10. Wow. Straight up 10. I love
Straight up
this.
Jedi,
Straight up
Jedi
Jedi.
Luke.
I'm so afraid to say that,
This
what
is
if I taste
straight-
something better tomorrow,
This
You
is
can say it.
Yeah.
100% in my. Now, there's been other stuff we've tasted that's very, very good, but I'm like, this is right in my wheelhouse. It's not. I like inexpensive stuff. We know this, right? Absolutely. I drink Stag beer. Yeah. No, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
you can find great pours for.
I am
For
all
reasonable
about
prices
best bang for
everywhere.
your buck.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if you need this $180, this is 100% worth it.
Yeah.
And this is everything I want in a pour. I love this.
Yeah, it's definitely weird to say it's a value at $180, but I think this does represent
But it is.
value at $180.
Brian, I think. Oh, sorry. I think. I do know just because I know like that you've got a background in wine and whatnot. I did spend last weekend at Augusta, just going through the Balducci's and stuff like that. Yeah. Any case, but there is a craft to it, right? And so I think when you price something at $180 or more than that, it's representing a lot more than just, hey, we let it sit in a barrel for. It's like there was more effort put into this of really deliberate. This isn't for mass market. This is what I think that represents, and I think it does it very well as opposed to like a Blanton's, which is just like we're expensive for the sake of being expensive.
Blanton's isn't even that expensive. It's the retailers
Yeah,
that are
that's what I'm
gouging.
saying.
you
That's
to
what I'm
make
saying.
Blanton's
Like,
expensive.
right.
So,
The market,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
But the idea being like this is priced actually very appropriately for what it is.
Well,
It's
but the
craft.
way that they're going to make this is a team of people. It's not just one person. It's one person ultimately making the final decision, but there's a team. And if you look at the master distiller as the center part of a spider's web, right? And then they tell people to go out, and you go out and you find me spiciness. You go out and you find me sweetness. You go out and you find me creaminess. You go out and you find me mouthfeel. You go out and you find me viscosity or whatever it is, right? All the different components that we've named about this.
It's like everybody
particular
came back
bourbon.
with the same bottle.
And they come back with the best, and they give it to their initial superior who taste it, and they narrow it down to like 3 or 4. This is how cognac's been made for centuries, and we're just starting to scratch the surface with U.S. whiskey to where they're starting to think of it in the long-term goals. And yes, we're going to create a quality product. We know we have the foundation, and we're going to make good whiskey. But now they're actually going, we're going to make exceptional whiskey, and we need these people in order to do it. And so these are, in many cases, interns or people that have studied, and sometimes they're the next in line who's going to be the master distiller. But they send all of them out into the warehouses, which there are many of them at Maker's Mark. And they will all come back and they will go, these are the best that we found. And then the next level of distillers will go through and they'll taste those and they'll narrow it down. And then they'll take not the finished product, they'll take, these are the best components that we have found. Now make the best whiskey that you can. And this is why I will die on the hill of a blended whiskey always has the potential to be better than a single barrel.
Right.
100% of the time.
Yep. No, and you mentioned that before, where again you can catch lightning in a bottle for a single barrel.
Yep.
But it's much easier to do that with a blend because you can control what you're doing, and you can have a North Star and get there.
Right.
Yep.
Now, I will say that from being on the show and sampling and just from hanging out with you guys and sampling, this is probably the best I've ever had. And I might have thrown out a few 9s earlier on as I was, learning the ropes.
That's fine. It happens. It happens. It happens
But
all
no,
of us.
it's like this is absolutely a solid 9, if not better.
That's actually something that we've talked about doing is going back and rescoring some things.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
if
It was a
especially
9
if it's
to you
bottles
at
that we
the
still
time,
have.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I said
trying it
This
again and
is
then being like, does it
everything
stand
that
out?
I look for in a bourbon right now. It has got spice, but it's not overpowering. It has got heat, but it's not too strong. It's got an amazing flavor profile. This, if I could find this bottle, I would buy one without a second's hesitation.
All right, good purchase, Lambert.
Hey, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for bringing it today too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Thank
I
you.
mean, for me, that's the point. The point
It's
isn't
like-
for me to drink this alone in my basement.
I still
It's
got
to-
a drink or two left.
It's
Yeah.
to, it's to share it, and I
Nobody
think that's
likes
the
a quitter.
purpose of all whiskey is to share it.
Yeah.
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 Oh, it'll be gone.
Oh, it'll be gone for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so you heard it. If you can find this, which is unlikely, but
Good
who
luck.
knows? You never know. Definitely check it out and definitely pick it up if you see it on the shelf.
Yeah.
Nerd takes.
Nerd takes.
Nerd takes.
Yummy.